This is the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. A station that pays.
This is MC Reggie Fresh from the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. And folks, guess who's in the building? He was born out of the Show Me State, St. Louis, Missouri. Graduated in 1998 at Hazelwood Central High School. Went to the College of Illinois and played in 2007 and 2009 with the six-time world champs, the Pittsburgh Steelers. He also won a Super Bowl ring in Super Bowl 43 with the six-time world champs, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome fullback number 38, Brother Carey Davis. What's going on, Brother Carey?
I'm good. How you doing, Reggie?
Hey, man, I'm doing great, brother. Doing great, man. We're going to talk about these Pittsburgh Steelers. Let me ask you a question. Was you a Steeler fan growing up?
You know what? I was actually growing up before the St. Louis. I'm from St. Louis.
Right.
Before the Rams got here, I was actually a 49ers fan.
Okay.
Roger Craig, Tom Rathman.
Okay.
Right.
Joe Montana then.
Guys, Joe Montana. Yeah, Steve Young when he got on the scene.
Okay.
And I was also a huge Deion Sanders fan. So when he joined the team in '94, it was everything I needed.
Okay, then.
So, yeah, I was a 49ers fan, you know, growing up, and can't forget John Taylor. I left him out, but you know, all those guys on offense, I just really enjoyed watching them play. So
all right,
that was my team as a kid.
Okay, then. Now let me ask you this, man. What made you want to become a football player?
You know what? Growing up, I played basketball.
Okay.
I played baseball, basketball. I didn't start playing football until I was 12.
Okay.
Here, our youth football league, there was a weight limit, so I was a big kid. I could never make the weight. So until I turned 12, I started playing football and had to play an age up. But I thought I was going to go to the NBA.
Okay.
I had hoop dreams.
Okay.
You know, be the next point guard. But once I realized, you know, 5'10" point forwards don't really thrive in the NBA, I need to focus on this football thing. So
Okay, that's what's up.
I really hunkered down and got after that. And, you know, I always loved football. Like I said, growing up watching it, just never was able to play till I was older. But, you know, once I realized that the NBA thing was going to be far-fetched, I started really focusing on
football.
The NFL. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, what was the transition, man, from high school to college to pro? What you got to do?
I think every time you make a step up, you realize that the talent pool is increased. You know, in high school, everybody that goes to college was a man in high school. And then once you get to college, you realize, man, there's a lot of these guys that can really ball.
Oh, man.
And then once you make it to the NFL, you realize, man, all of these guys can ball. So, you know, it's just the higher up you go, the more talent that is you know, around you, that you're surrounded by. So, you know, just always making sure that you're working hard and continuing to work hard. You know, a lot of people get satisfied and complacent, like we were talking about, you know, before we started the interview, get complacent,
right,
with just making it. But making it isn't the goal. Staying there and succeeding should be the ultimate goal. So in order to do that, you gotta keep grinding and keep working your butt off.
Okay. All right, now the impact, man, as a fullback running up the middle or wherever, on the side or whatever, getting hit hard. How does that feel, man, to be getting hit? What's that contact feel like?
Listen, I think you got to be a little bit off in the head to want to pull linebacker. I mean, it's essentially, you know, linebacker maybe not as much, but, you know, fullback to want to run into somebody, you know, 5 to 10 yards apart every single play. Right. You know, it's and not really get much glory or you know, credit for your job. It's a glorified offensive lineman. Every now and then we'll get to touch the ball via a pass or a run. Yeah. But for the most part, we're running into people, and that's our job. And, you know, I took pride in it. Okay. Being able to block for Willie, that was my guy, Willie Parker.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Them my guys. I looked at them and told them, hey, I got you. I'm gonna do what I can to make sure my guy doesn't touch you. You're getting hit by everybody on the field. But I'm gonna make sure my guy's not one of them. So that's the pride you have to have. And yeah, it hurt. It hurts. I still hurt today.
Wow.
But I wouldn't trade it for the world. It was the best time of my life. Playing with those guys, playing in the city of Pittsburgh, and obviously winning the championship was the ultimate goal.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Now, playing with the Pittsburgh Steelers, when you went over there, how did you feel when you got welcomed there? I mean, what was the difference between that team and other teams?
Man, I tell people that I think Pittsburgh, and I know everyone says, the team that they play for is the best organization.
Yeah.
I played for 3 or 4 other organizations
right.
Prior to coming to Pittsburgh.
Exactly.
I would say hands down that Pittsburgh was the best. And that's not a knock against those other organizations.
Right.
From day one, when I came in the building, every man on that team came and spoke to me and introduced themselves to me. Whether it was Ben, Joey Porter, Hines, all of those guys. Hey, I'm Hines Ward. Nice to meet you. And I'm looking like, man, I know who you are. It was just the fact that each one of these men, came and spoke to me and introduced themselves to me, and that was something that never ever took place at any other organization. You have, some people come speak, usually your position guys, but for defensive players and offensive players that like Hines and Ben to come speak, things like that, those things don't happen. And to me, from my perspective, that comes from the top. That comes from the Rooneys and how they run things. And,
right.
It's just different. It's different. And, in Pittsburgh, we all hung out together, whether you were a
brotherhood,
a future Hall of Famer,
yeah,
or whether you were on the practice squad. That it did not matter. We were all family. We were all friends. And, we all hung out with each other's families, and it was love.
That's great, man. And you know what? And that's how I feel I'm 48 years old, man. 2nd grade. I've been a Steeler fan since the 2nd grade. And just all I got to do is have on a jersey. You're going to get stopped. Somebody going to stop you.
I know it. I probably didn't start wearing Steelers gear after I retired until I realize again why, because people they stop and talk to you, and it's like, and then they're like, "Oh, you're a Steelers fan," and I'm like, "Yeah, I am," but I don't want to say, "Well, I'm actually a former Steelers
fan." Right. Man, it's like you're a celebrity fan. Yeah, man. Love being a Steeler fan. Matter of fact, when I played Little League, they had 4 teams, and one of them was the Steelers. Well, when you tried out or whatever, they had me with the Rams, right? Then look, check this out, Carey. We all had white hats. We had white hats. So at practice, everybody had white hats. And I'm sitting over there wondering, man, there's no way I can play with the Rams. I can't do it. Man, Carey, so what I did was, because they had us in a big old field and they was in this spot, that spot, that spot. I'm over here with the Rams shaking my head. I'm like, man, I can't play with these people. I'm a Steeler fan. I can't do it. So I had to go to the restroom, right? So I blended out and went over there with the Steelers, and that's who I ended up playing with.
Sound like you had a plan.
Had a plan.
It all worked out.
Okay, brother. Now I want to talk about your foundation you got going on. How did that come about, and why did you want to do it?
When I started the Carey Davis Foundation a few years ago, I actually was asked to oversee a youth football league, and I had no clue as to what I wanted to do. They just wanted somebody that was going to be good with the money, had integrity, make sure that every one of the teams followed the rules. So that's why they asked me to be the commissioner. So I told them that I would.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I was like, well, I need to raise money for this league. How can I raise money to make sure? My goal is to make sure that all of these kids can play for free. So I started the foundation with the goal of raising money, to pay for helmets, jerseys, shoulder pads, all the equipment that you need in order to play football. And my goal became to make it a free youth football league. So that's what we're working towards. I don't want parents to have to decide. I hear all the time parents say, well, I want my son involved or I want my child involved in extracurricular activities, but it just costs too much. And football, the helmets, the shoulder pads, the cleats are $100 plus. So the ultimate goal is to make it completely free. So every kid, you can just drop your kid off and know that everything is taken care of. And so that's why I started the foundation. I want to be able to, get these young men, and we have a few girls that play as well.
Okay.
Get them involved in football, but the ultimate goal is get them in the door playing football, but also get them, together with the education.
Man, that's outstanding, brother.
Having mentoring and leadership classes, ACT prep, because we only do 6th through 8th grade. We'll never go lower than that. Because,
okay.
Like I said, I didn't start playing until 12, so I started playing in the 7th grade.
Okay.
A lot of these kids, with all the head injuries and things of that nature, just try to limit the number of hits that they can, that are coming their way. Start them in the 6th grade and get them together. And hopefully by the time they get to high school, they're prepared with our program, having, football-wise, but also education-wise.
Carey, that's outstanding, brother. I like what you're doing, bro. I like that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Now, man, let me ask you this. Super Bowl. This is one of the last questions. Getting to the last question. This is one of them, one of the questions I got to get in. Man, having that ring and being in the, what was it like just being in the Super Bowl the surroundings? How did that feel?
You know what? Being in the Super Bowl obviously is a dream come true. It's something that you think about as a kid, something you pray for.
Yeah.
Something that, you hope one day you can stand there and raise that trophy. And for me, it was extremely special. We played in Tampa, and I was telling you earlier how I played for 3 or 4 teams prior to coming to Pittsburgh. Well, Tampa was one of those teams. Tampa actually cut me twice.
Wow.
So to actually win the Super Bowl in Tampa, in Raymond James Stadium, with a team that a group of guys that I love to death, still love to this day. It was just truly special because it was, like I said, it's something you dream about, but to do it there after being cut by this team, it was kind of like, y'all told me I wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
So for me, it was
outstanding.
It was
now, how often do you wear your ring?
I probably wear it, I want to say 10, probably about 20 times a year.
Okay.
I do radio for the University of Illinois, so
okay.
Whenever I go to the games, I wear the ring so the young men can see it, and then to events throughout the year. So, but I don't wear it too often. It's big gaudy, and I like a lot of attention. So
I got you.
I will wear it to the game so the young men, so my guys at University of Illinois can see, hey, he was here. He's doing the same thing we're doing, and he was able to have success and win the Super Bowl, so it's possible for me as well.
All right, then, Brother Davis. Now, I'm going to ask you a trivia question that got to do with the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. And if you get it right, you okay, bro. Trust me. You all right. If you get it right, I'm going to give you a CD. I had made a song for Super Bowl 40 called Pittsburgh Style when they went in Detroit. Okay. I'm going to give you an autographed CD. Make sure you get it if you get this question right. All right? Okay. Who was this guy that was born out of the Show Me state in Missouri? He went to the College of Illinois. He also won a Super Bowl ring in Super Bowl 43. And his number, he was a fullback, and his number was number 38. Could you tell me who that guy was?
That was me. That was Carey Davis.
Brother Carey Davis, you got it. Hey, man, you got any shout-outs you want to give to anybody?
Nah, I just want to say, to all the Steelers fans, man, we appreciate you all. It's an amazing feeling to play in the city of Pittsburgh, but it's amazing because, it is truly a special place, and there are no fans like Pittsburgh fans. And I don't want to, negate that are not living in because, we would travel to away games and have more fans in the stands than home team did. So,
you better believe it.
All those Steelers,
home away from home.
Around the country, around the world.
Still a nation.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all and thank you. Yes, sir.
All right then, man. Now I wanna mention, I'm gonna give some shout outs to my son, Tyler Love, and my stepson, who was one of the best football players that came out of Washington County in Springfield, Kentucky. And Carey Davis, man, I'm going to see if he wanted to come and help you, if that would be good. I want you to let him know that he's still young.
Right. He still got a chance. Keep working.
That's what I'm talking about. So his grandmother lives down in St. Louis, so it'd be a good opportunity for him to get around people like you, man, and get motivated.
Sounds good to me. Let me know. No problem at all.
Okay, then. And the last question I want to ask you, Brother Davis, could you please tell me what's the baddest station in the land and the baddest station that pays?
You already know it's the MC Fresh Morning Show, brother.
You got it, Brother Davis. And there you have it. Coming to you, the legendary Carey Davis, number 38, fullback on the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show.
This is the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. A station that pays.